this is not going to be quick. So we're settled in for a summer of fighting at least. And I think the Russian side very clear that this is going to take a long time. And of course, their final hope is that we will lose interest completely in the conflict in Ukraine by the summer. They're calculating that Western audiences will lose interest in the same way as Afghanistan last year. And that's something that Russia thinks that time's working in its favor. It's a constant downshifting of gear towards smaller objectives that Russia can actually achieve. And I think on the biggest scale, they've actually downsized their strategy better to match their ability on the ground. Because obviously they have suffered degradation, although they still have a lot of battalion tactical groups in the area. They have taken attrition. They're reduced in numbers. They are made up of formations more hastily put together. They haven't trained together. They haven't worked together. And they're increasingly less efficient and effective. We're in a race, as we've commented before, really, between Russia's ability to maneuver and overcome Ukrainian defenses that have had time to build up to get across the river and advance effectively, and that flow of supplies, flow of reinforcements as Ukraine reorientates, moves troops from other parts of the country, and coordinates its effort with incoming military equipment from NATO partners, EU partners, and others. We've certainly seen, as I mentioned, the Polish tanks arriving in numbers and being deployed. We've seen the US, Canadian spied howitzers, towed howitzers arriving, which are significant. They look more basic because they are very mobile. They have longer range. They're coming with 100,000 rounds of ammunition, which goes somewhere. So, we're quite we're believing certainly those will have an effect. And some of the loitering drones, you may recall hearing about the Switchblade drones and things provided by the US, are now also being shown operating. So we're seeing it takes a few weeks for these supplies to flow through. There's a promise from the US it's going to be faster. And of course, Russia's trying to stop these flows